global news channel. We are live from the Britannia International Hotel in Canary Wharf in East London, where you can see a small group of concerned local people have already turned up. The police presence is absolutely huge. I'm going to show you around what we're dealing with. More police vans are coming already. So far it's peaceful. Obviously there's a massive protest right now outside the Bell Hotel, the other hotel in Epping, going on. The Tousi TV reporter Niak Orbani is there for us. We got a lot of cars that drive by and show support obviously to the people who are gathering here. Last night here, obviously I wasn't in London, I was in Spain. But last night there was a much bigger crowd, mostly because across the road right there you had the left-wing protesters with, of course, their stand up to racism, whose president is Diane Abbott, and all the others, Antifa, came to basically provoke. So things kind of like got heated last night. So far, it's absolutely raining, by the way. It's peaceful. Small group of people have gathered already. There we go, we're back. It's only 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. at local time. We have a lot of people who are local here. Again, a very diverse group of people, different classes and different. Obviously, we've got the two genders, all the different genders here. And this is, the camera is falling apart. Hang on. This is going to be fun, isn't it? All right, I'm going to talk to some people because there's a guy over there who's apparently there. That one. The police are talking to him. Apparently, he's holding a picture of Jimmy Savile and Prince Andrew for some reason. Hello, Harry, are you from here? Or are you like, we've come to... Yeah, of course, yeah, sure, yeah. There we go. We also have a lot of people, obviously, because they wouldn't want to be, obviously, on camera because, they don't want to get into trouble. They're not from, obviously, the political groups. But we'll talk to some people anyway. But I want to show you the police presence because a lot of them moved to the other side. There's a lot of police fans. Just come with me. We've got a lot of people here who are also going to this other hotel. Hang on, let me just quickly... Can I ask you about that person? What was he doing?
Tousi!
What was that guy doing?
Basically, this guy here, over here, that's across the road, he was basically showing pictures of Jimmy Savile and Prince Andrew and shouting out that he's a Jimmy Savile supporter. Disgusting! And the police are not even removing him.
Yeah, I think he just walked away now, but they didn't arrest him.
No, they didn't. They've let him go.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what's happened with that. I'm going to keep an eye on it. But if we come, so it's still on the other side, the police officers. But let me just show you quickly, because a lot of the police officers, you can see a police van there. But considering we still have a small group, and it's, again, as I say, it's peaceful, apart from those guys over there, most of the reinforcement that's just been sent here, they parked the vans here, and the police officers are just walking from the other side. I don't know if you can hear cars are driving by and honking their horns. So you've got all this, you've got more police officers here, they've just arrived, goes all the way to the other side, and obviously on that road as well. But we've got a lot of people who are now new to the area. But this is also, for those who are not familiar, this building that you can see here, the Warridon, I'm in touch with a group of people who live here, young professionals, middle classes and everybody else. And by the way, a lot of them, some of them are British, some of them could be like international graduates and students, whatever. It's actually these guys and some of the buildings here who are also concerned about their own safety and their own security, which, by the way, this is a whole issue of what's actually happening now, because as the government have now stopped, well, they're going to run out of hotels and places in a more kind of work-class, right-wing areas. They're going to come to the more middle-class areas. Things are going to kick off more. The backlash against the government, against the establishment, against the police, all of them is going to be much worse when you now start to anger your own voters, more liberal-minded voters. A lot of not everybody, but some of the people who live in these buildings, some of them would have been some of those people who would have said all refugees are welcome here. But now that they're here, obviously now they can see that it's not safe. So they have just realized that all those people in more working class areas across the country who've been complaining for a long time, they were right. Hang on. this is the rain is not going to be making things easy. We also have some more police vans that have just arrived on the other side. But this is the entrance. Of course, the police are protecting the hotel, the Britannia International Hotel. This is the same place where the whole thing started the last few days, where some of the hotel guests were not told about the cancellation. So they turned up innocently and they were obviously denied entry. But now, last night, as I said, it was a bigger crowd because it was quite tense because we had the left-wingers, the counter-protesters on that side. Right now, so far, it's peaceful. We just have all these locals here. Let me just go on this side. See your sign. What does it say? This is a peaceful protest to protect our own. What is your view on, I mean, not just the whole thing, but this has been going on for a few years, but it's now reaching places like Canary Wharf.
It's on our doorstep. It's on our doorstep.
Yeah. Until now, I think for a lot of people it was just a remote issue. Like, oh, I hear something's happening in somewhere in Wales. Or like
But if you look on the map, there's another one in Limehouse. They're everywhere now.
where?
Limehouse, just down the road.
Another one.
There's another refugee hotel there.
There's already some.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
all
okay.
set up. Until you look at the map and look properly, no one knows where they are.
That's crazy. Do you think there's a hope that a lot of people who would be protesting? I mean, today's not even an official protest. This weekend, tomorrow and Sunday is going to be big. Do you think there is hope that as more people come out, then maybe the government could make a U-turn and not do it? Or do you think it's still going to happen?
I don't know. Apparently they've sold this. They've bought this for 72 million. They ain't going to waste 72 million quid for nothing.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, to be fair. They've already wasted the money. Yeah.
Yeah, they've already transferred the keys of the money. They're not going to sell it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but this might not help because that means that people are not going to be heard. They're going to get ignored, and this problem is just going to get worse and worse. And it might
Only gonna get
influence. But you're here because you care about your family, your kids. And, yeah, there's a lot of families, of course.
Kids here with them just to prove
Yeah.
I had my son in with me yesterday.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people would have probably assumed what's going on here is just a bunch of football hooligans. That's like
And that's what it was. That's what I was portrayed as the other day. Like,
Yeah.
I've had messages from a lot of people calling me racist and things like that on Facebook. I've had to block loads of people
Yeah.
to the point of I'm trying to fight my corner where I shouldn't have to.
No, absolutely. No, keep on a good fight. It's your family, it's your country, it's your life. Now, that's the big thing about it, because right now, as I said, as we speak, in Epping, outside the Bell Hotel, is much larger protests because the tension is still high over there because a lot of those migrants, which will be transferred, they haven't been transferred yet, they're not here yet. Those ones will be transferred, and for people in Epping, for example, if you had said the problem is only just location, they could have just said, oh, well, you're moving them from Essex to Canary Wharf, so we're happy, we're not going to protest anymore. That's probably what some people in the government thought. Actually, no. Those people are still also fighting. Even if the migrants move, they're still going to be protesting. Some of them might come here to protest, to support these guys. Because everybody now knows from across the country that this is a problem that everybody is now sharing. Because these hotels, these accommodations are now not just in one type of area. As I said, the more working class, right-wing areas, as they call them, they're everywhere. So, as that guy said, there's another hotel, Migrant Hotel, already on the other side anyway. So, things are going to be obviously more tense Friday, tomorrow, here. But also Sunday, I believe, is going to be a major protest. But I mean, as I said, I'm in touch with the people who live in some of these buildings near here. And I will be talking to them, especially over the weekend, to find out what sort of people they are and obviously what sort of concerns they have, because everything goes back to the basic common sense of national security, but also local and personal security concerns that a lot of people have.
About to be British.
There we go.
Get rid of these illegal migrants out of our hotels.
Yes. Hello, Harry. How's it going? Come here. How's it going? Yeah. Did you ever think this is gonna reach like these sort of places? Now the middle class are angry. Now even the young professionals, they're finally understanding when they're more working class people outside of London were complaining all these years. Now they're like, oh, now we understand.
Now we get it.
I think to be fair, because I was thinking these guys are like, maybe this is where the backlash for the government will start. Their own voters. A lot of these people are more liberal-minded voters.
Hopefully they'll wake up. But yesterday, did you see yesterday we had a few
This
of
is
the
a
other
hotel that
here.
they're all in.
Yeah.
That's a hotel over there.
Don't do that to me. Why are you doing that?
But yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's been crazy. Hello.
Staff go, but I bet they've been sacked.
We got GB News' Chris Worrell. You're not GB News.
Yeah, yeah.
GB News' Chris Worrell. How are you, by the way?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah.
A good friend of mine, Chris, who actually recently, a few days ago, he left the Labour Party. He quit the Labour Party after all these years. He tried his best. You tried your best to be patient, but the policies with all the nonsense and NIMBYs and everything else, and now this mess. You're from here. You're from the local area, right? So
I chair the local Labour Party. I mean, what their announcement was recently was disgusting, labelling people far right.
everyone's far. Now you're far right.
Yeah, apparently I'm far right now as
Yeah.
well. They called me a Nazi. Some of the existing members, like, it's all on
Really?
Twitter. Yeah, it was.
So you got completely cancelled now by them, like.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just about, it's not about immigration. It's about dignity, right? At the end of the day.
And security, big security.
And we can't be finding ourselves in a situation where you've got 450, 530 dumps in one place. Like, if you take all the hotel immigrants in hotels, it's about 32,000, right? I think it's about 100,000 being processed, 200,000 applicants, right? To show the scale of this stuff. And you're looking at, across all of England, it's about 317 local authorities. It should be 100. We're getting here nearly 530. Why are they putting it here? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, they've got to do it in a measured way. And I just think, it gets to the point where, we're living in a parallel society at the end of the day. And I think we're going to be really sort of thinking about what we're going to be doing. Because, everyone is peaceful, it's quiet, it's pleasant. But, it just makes you wonder, when you've got kids and wives, they've just done the dock up here in Canary Wharf. Kids and that go down there. What are they going to do with 450 undocumented men just hanging around? Do you know what I mean? There's a school around the corner, college. Yeah. But literally around the corner. Like, what do they think these people are going to do at the end of the day?
Well, you're talking to some of the people who live in that building and some of my friends as well. They were saying these are the young professionals, middle class young professionals who pay a lot of money for a small flat, but they get a lot of good things. But they came here for safety. They came to these sort of buildings, these sort of areas for safety.
Like my missus, the godmother to my daughter, one of her best mates live in one of these buildings. She is worried. Like, I'm not joking. Like, one of the geezers that I know around here, he's scared to talk because he doesn't want his business. He's going to be labelled as far right. His baby mother living just over there. So you've got to be, it's people's families, they're friends. It's the community. And if we're sort of being treated like we don't count.
No.
Like, what's the government doing? The Home Office hasn't talked to anyone about this.
No.
We're talking about parallel societies. There's not tensions in this area anyway with the current council the way it is, right? And you're dumping people in without talking to anyone. They tried hush-hushing it. Yeah. And I don't know, I just find
that's the first thing I noticed on the first day we reported this a few days ago. The chaos, the bureaucratic chaos, as they called it. When I talked to people in these buildings, the residential areas, they were like, they had to complain to their building management. Then they had to get in touch with the Home Office. On behalf of the residents, they were like, okay, we're going to find out what's going on. We're going to have to increase our security. So the residents are probably going to have to pay. Yeah.
I mean, think about this hotel as well. Like, compassion's got to include the community at the end of the day. And I just don't see how, 450, that's like 4 or 5 councils worth of people has been banged in there, swimming pool, 3 meals a day. And look, we care about people coming from other countries. I get that. But let's be honest about it. How many countries they come through before they got here, mate? And the numbers that are coming through now, you've got to be worried about it.
And I agree. But yeah. So where's your friend? I'll be here. I'll be here. So the rain is getting very annoying, by the way, and also I need a haircut, so that's good. But so we're still a small group over here, and some people thought that the left-wing groups, including Stand Up to Racism, will probably turn up again tonight. They were there last night, but actually they're not here because it's raining, and the left-wingers don't like to protest in the rain. So they're at home. They're probably what they're probably doing is they are briefing themselves for the weekend. Tomorrow and Sunday here is going to be huge. Tonight, right now, in Epping, outside Bed Hotel, is huge. And what's going on? And
Just some of the local lads.
oh yeah, the local lads.
Start busting stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, just got the. I don't think she liked to be filmed, as you saw. London has changed. Even Canary Wharf has now changed, as you can see. Crazy, absolutely crazy, guys. I am completely showered. Is it? Why was I standing out there instead of being under the cover?
Honestly, like, that's what I'm saying. There's a school, college, nursery around there.
Yeah.
And then housing them illegal migrants in there. Right? What are they doing to our kids now?
Yeah.
So how is our children going to be safe going to school, going to college? Yeah.
Yeah.
Even our young children who are literally newborn, yeah, going up to 3, going to nursery. How are they supposed to be safe? It's disgusting.
Yeah, I agree. Just gonna get worse.
It's just going to get worse, Tousi. I'm worried about this next generation growing up. Have they arrived? Yeah, I think they're in there. Are they in there at the moment? They are, they?
Not all.
Not all.
I don't know why I decided to film out there instead of being under here. It's completely wet now. Completely wet. He's actually nice, that guy. Oh my god, look at this. Right.
Do you know what happened with the guy sitting over there?
They told him to move. They didn't arrest him, they just told him to move, yeah.
He was going around and he was going around the manager Jimmy Savile and Prince Andrew and saying we've got a protest tomorrow, do you know who this guy is in this blah 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 blah, and like trying to pin it basically, are you against these guys? Why are you protesting against migrants? Why are you protesting against also do you support, did you know that the majority of it is like English people? And then he sat over there and he got his image out, or his picture out, and people were shouting over because he was agitating. So he was filming the picture and then filming. As people were shouting, like, these guys are in support of Jimmy Savile. What? Why do you think we're here?
Yeah, no.
Really?
It's insane. Crazy. But I think it's gone now anyway.
How naive do you have to be?
Yeah, I know. They're all summer.
So that's all going down with that one.
Well, I'll see. Oh, but but look in the other hotel as well, yeah. We're now outside this one, because but we can't go that way, because they're completely protecting the entrance. It would have been better if they just allow us to be just underneath. I think they'd be scared.
We're trying to disperse the protest now.
What brought this?
Trying to get off the land because it's private land.
Oh, yeah. But it's raining. Oh, so they're telling people to leave now. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Police enforcing trespass.
Priorities. Tackling the big issues.
They were all quiet. We were all quiet. They were all quiet now. No, what I'm talking about is your silence.
Yeah, so the police are trying to basically get everyone to move. Wow. I like, they're tackling the big issues.
Yeah.
The big issues. The important issues.
The entire German population didn't agree with what the fucking Nazis were doing, yeah?
Yeah.
Which we do.
Yeah.
And no one said fuck off. And he's saying fuck off.
Yeah.
So let's go and, if
Just
that
following-
goes
just following
we
orders.
go stand over there.
Yeah.
100%.
Fucking half of it.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I know. Insanity.
100%.
I don't know what they're thinking.
Get them all fucking listed. Get them all on the fucking list.
He's going around taking pictures of the police. I love that Tousi.
Get them on the fucking list.
Wait, you know what? That's what we should do. Block the road.
Oh, then.
I think we should all block the road.
Just got to stand the road out then.
They're going to block the road. Oh, they're going to block the road now. I guess it. That guy's standing in the middle of a road now. Alright, wait. A couple of more police officers are coming now. She's getting back up, just in case. It's unnecessary. She doesn't need. Okay, it's fine. They don't need to panic. That's true. It's not criminal, is it?
It's a public place. It's public accessible.
Trespass is a civil matter.
Canary Wharf wants to leave. You have to
Ask him.
But what I'm asking you, when the owner comes to you at this property, when the legal owner comes to me, if this I have tried to be reasonable about it.
If it's a civil matter,
No, but I will move. No, because are you the legal owner of this property? Are you the legal owner? Sorry? Until the owner asks you to leave. So when the owner asks us to leave,
Yeah, where's the owner? Yeah, where's the
so we need
Get
the
the
owner.
owner. Get the owner.
We need the owner to come down to the premises.
They can't enforce on behalf of the owner a criminal thing when it's a civil thing. They're basically saying you can't stand outside a hotel because it's trespassing. Like, you can't just make up laws. If the owner complains as a civil matter, then fine, you address it and then you enforce it afterwards.
Sorry, mate.
How do they get briefed on basic, like, it's just it's crazy.
He's trying to aggravate this situation.
I mean, he knows the difference, but
It's a civil matter. We ain't got no authority.
But they just assume that like most people wouldn't know, so they're like, go, leave.
It's just intimidation.
Yeah, intimidation.
He ain't gonna go get
They're going in now.
If he's going to go and get the owner
Yeah.
to come out, and then we've got to find out who's the owner.
Yeah.
There ain't going to be anyone working there that's the owner.
Actually, the owner's
It's like
not
going to be in Hong Kong or something, isn't it?
It's never tell. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. It makes no sense. Exactly. There's no fence. There's no gate. Yeah. Complain to land registry.
Apparently we're waiting for the owner now to come down. Apparently we're waiting.
Look at the other ones across the road. They're just filming. Because again, they're filming this side for record, obviously. I mean, they need that many police officers just on that side, standing there doing this. Yeah.
Look at her.
Where is she going? I don't even know they know what they're doing.
Start arresting people in a minute.
Yeah, 100% are going to start arresting
Every fucking time.
It's just ludicrous. None of it makes any sense. And also the fact that they are focusing on this is the real issue. They're tackling the real issue. There is an actual problem over there, but trespassing. We're going to get you up for trespassing. You need to get the owner of the hotel. They can't just like arrest people. It's raining. It's not like anyone's attacking the hotel. Yeah. That's what I have to do every day with these weirdos. Anyway, they're still talking here.
We're far right and that's what we have to be, far right, to love our own country. I'll say it all day long.
Ironically, they are going to create a fight by ignoring all this comments. It's just crazy. Oh god. I'm now. Oh, where are they going now? Hang on. Wait. Oh, they came from behind, back of the building. It's those guys. I wonder, as more police officers go that way, if they might be expecting the left-wing counter-protesters shortly or not. I'm going to try and find out from the other police officer Compromise. Could have done that from the beginning. Could have done that from the beginning. That would have been a much easier solution. Just make way. How hard was that? So now we have a way. There's now space for people to go in and out of the hotel. Oh my god. It's basic stuff.
Gemma, thank you for being an amazing mod. Everyone, all my mods in here, listen, you've done amazing. Save our children, protect our children, protect our British women. It's alright for them, innit? They're coming here to rape our kids. You don't do nothing about it.
Also, someone in the live chat said the Novotel hotel is owned by French. So can't we just put the migrants in the French hotel? just get them a flight ticket. That could be a solution, guys. If anybody's watching from Novotel, feel free to get in touch with Keir Starmer.
Do you know what? You should get a nice Burger King or a kebab. Standing next to Tousi, come on!
Bloody hell, right.
I'm far right and fucking proud of it! I'm far right and fucking proud of it! Hey, we're all far right and fucking proud of it!
Just shouting on his hand. It's Thursday, it's London. This is normal now. Oh, funny. It's funny. There you go. Actually, it's got a nice lobby in there. Might stay in there one night. Anyway. So, gonna find out. I need to wait for the rain to finish. I'm gonna find out if there's going to be a counter protest. Probably not. But what we need to do, I need to go back to our home studio because Niak Korbani is in Epping, obviously reporting from the protest outside the Bell Hotel. We'll come back shortly with more updates. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tousi and we are the media.